So one of the simplest methods I use for color correction is just a 2-point calibration. In this case, we have Air Force One. My wife took this picture looking down on Air Force One from the control tower. The control tower has heavy blue tinting on the windows. We do know a couple things. First of all, this is white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the eyedropper tool just by hitting I, and I'm going to open up the info palette. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a point somewhere on the white, and what that's going to do is that's going to bring up a sampler point for that. I also know that the tires are black, so I'm going to go take a look at the tire, and I'm going to drop a point on the tire. Now, why is this important? Well, in RGB numbers, anything that is a neutral color, like a black or a white or a gray, the R value for red is equal to the green value is equal to the blue value. Okay, so in this picture, looking at the white sample point, we can see that the blue is in the 180s while the green is in the 150s and the red is in the 120s. So we could actually call this color, instead of white, we could actually call it greenish blue. But we want to change that. We want to make that white. So the easiest thing to do, start a curves dialog. And what we'll do is we'll take a sample point and make them all equal. Now on the highlight side, we're going to try to make it the biggest number. Okay, so we have 187 there. So I'm going to try to make the red and the green 187 also. So in the properties of the curve adjustment, I can change over to red. Okay, there's a diagonal line running across here. All right, at the very top, at the highlight, I can grab that point and drag it to the top, making sure I don't change the output range. And I'll just use my left arrow key, and I'll keep moving it left until I see the red value become about 187. So in this case, I can go 186 or 188. So I'm looking right in here, and now my red value is about equal to my blue value. Now I'm going to move to the green. I'm going to do the same thing with the green. I'm going to grab the top right corner, and I'm going to move it in until the green value is about 187. Okay, so again, I stopped at 186. Already it's starting to look better. Now let's take a look at shadows. Shadows work the opposite direction, so you're going to want to target the smallest number. So right now the smallest number is red. It's a 27. I'm going to move the green to 27, and I'm also going to move the blue to 27. So I'm going to do the same thing, grab the shadow, and I'm going to move over and use my right arrow, and I'm going to move it over until I get to about 27. So I'm at 26. I'm going to do, let's look in here. I'm going to do the same thing with blue. I'm going to try to get this number down to about 27. All right, and there I go. I've got the numbers red equals green equals blue for white, and red equals green equals blue for black. Now, I could go one step further, and I can maybe make an assumption that that wing is silver, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's actually I think it actually probably has some blue in it. That's simple 2-point calibration.